NoahJ has appeared out of nowhere with one intent, one message, and one mean look with those devilish dagger eyes filled with rage as he finally punches back at the allegations made by Lex. Personally, his first livestream should never have happened, and this should have been the response that he should have done, as it's what we all wanted. I mean, I've always been against cheating, but you do you, boo. You're a big boy, and it's none of my business who you wish to spend your spare time with, and to be honest, it shouldn't be anyone else's either. I just want to point out I'm not taking any sides, nor do I want to spread any hate towards anyone online. I am simply making this video as I created one originally to spread awareness of dangers online, as I know many communities out there have people from all walks of life, all of whom are all sorts of ages, and things like this need to be brought to people's attention. Also, I have some positive news about the upcoming mapping competition, for all those creators out there who have been left in the dark by Noah's recent disappearing act. Saying that, I'll be going through the recent video released by Noah to give my views on each matter he brings up.
In reality, the reason we don't see him with Lex any longer are because of the reasons I'm about to show you. It's also important to mention that every single piece of proof you're about to hear comes directly from Lex or his documents. In August of 2017, Lex brought a girl named Reagan over to the Z House. If you're unaware, the Z House was a content house comprised of 5 different YouTube content creators that made videos together and featured other creators such as myself who would often visit the house. When Lex first brought Reagan over to the Z House, he told everyone she was 18 years old. 2 weeks ago, Lex released a document and a YouTube video titled My Ex in response to the allegations made by his ex-girlfriend Reagan. In those documents, we found out that Lex knew Reagan was underage and lied to all of us in the Z House about it.
It is very important to note that when my friends first met Reagan, Reagan had asked me to lie to them about her age.
The night that Lex brought Reagan over, he was 19 years old, and we thought Reagan was 18 years old because that's what Lex told us. But in reality, Reagan was 16 years old that night, 2 years below the age of consent in California.
After Lex's latest video, everyone sided with him, turning on so many creators like a tsunami crashing down on them with hate, somehow forgetting the fact that he had sexual intercourse with a minor. I'm glad this has been brought to attention again, as somehow I felt the community had suddenly forgotten how Lex groomed and had a relationship with a minor after he had interacted with her via Discord. I just hope a massive lesson can be learned from this, and people become wiser of whom they talk to online, and reach out to people if they are being DM'd by people they shouldn't be talking to. Noah then goes on to talk about other minors that Lex talked to, which should never have happened in the first place.
Lex put this tweet from the 13-year-old fan on screen during his video in defense that he did nothing wrong. What he failed to do was mention or address the tweet that triggered all of this. This tweet from the fan alleges that Lex actually knew her age and continued talking to her and, quote, wanted a friend in Ireland that he could come visit where she lived. To be clear, Lex had plenty of adult friends who were always there for him and constantly giving him their time and effort in order to help him with his relationship problems. An adult conversing with a middle school aged girl about his relationship problems is incredibly inappropriate. The defense that nothing illegal happened absolutely does not excuse this behavior.
After this, he goes on about how he didn't really say or do anything to jeopardize their friendship. And to be honest, none of this is really important to cover, as yet again, it's just a personal issue between friends and shouldn't really be any of our business.
And even more than that, Lex turned around in his video and backstabbed the people that supported him for years by making up blatantly false allegations against us. Lex told his audience that our friend JC cheated on his girlfriend Emmy with his girlfriend's sister at Coachella.
One thing I always did think was fishy is how Lex told everyone repeatedly that everything his ex said was 100% a lie, and did what he could to convince everyone she was untruthful. Immediately, he goes back on what he says and states how just a text from her without any evidence is proof that JC cheated. However, in my opinion, even if he did cheat, I honestly can't see how this affects any of us at all, as once again, it's just his personal life with consenting adults.
Lex told his audience that our friend JC cheated on his girlfriend Emmy with his girlfriend's sister at Coachella. Lex said this about someone who he once called a close friend. JC's family has welcomed Lex into their home multiple times. Every single person who was at that Coachella this year can tell you that this never happened.
Lex wasn't even at this event, and he believes someone who he claims to be a chronic liar? Who's lying now? This is a savage claim also, as JC is meant to be his brother from another mother. A friend who took him in when he needed someone the most. He even made him feel part of the family, so much that Lex even posted how he had met his real dad only a couple of nights ago in this picture here.
Either A, Lex decided for this one instance in the entire video to believe his girlfriend and throw out the allegation that was completely false against JC. Or B, he actually was using this as a point to say, oh look, don't trust my ex-girlfriend about anything. It's a horrible way to make a point to throw your friend under the bus like that, which makes the next thing he said even worse.
I honestly understand the fact that he defends JC on this attack towards his work with Sony as, what the fuck, dude? He's worked so hard to get to where he is now. And damn, I'm so jealous. Like, Sony, if you have a place available, like, hello. But honestly, leave JC alone. He's honestly done nothing wrong, and even if he does, it's nothing to do with us.
I want to make this very clear. I did not invite MiniLad to come see me DJ, nor do I condone any alleged actions with underage individuals ever. Lex tried to use MiniLad's appearance in the crowd as definitive proof that I had invited him to my DJ set.
I guess it makes sense considering Noah also invites pedophiles to his own DJ sets.
This is one insane claim. He's just going out, all guns blazing, with the mindset of, if I'm going down, I'm taking you guys with me. Like some sort of kamikaze pilot. From Worms, of course, as, you know, gotta keep it YouTube friendly. This is a wild accusation. However, I guess it could be somewhat true. Then all this hate towards Noah would be somewhat justified? But nope, Noah actually has proof from the organisers that this wasn't the case. And the fact that he was booked late to play at the venue is also a great excuse. And evidence. Also, there's been no footage of any interaction between them. And if you had invited someone to a concert that you're playing at, and you were just meters away from them, then surely you would have some sort of interaction with them. And someone would have clipped that shit by now.
Not only is this reason absolutely insane to say something as a fact, but here are several facts that actually prove otherwise. The first is that the event coordinators themselves confirmed he was actually invited by an entirely different party. The second you can see on the flyer that I'm actually not on because I was a last minute booking is that this is an open invite event with over 400 people on the guest list that I don't even have access to. I also don't have any control over whether or not a venue does or doesn't let a random person into the building.
Now for the last thing I wish to address, which I just think is fucking outrageous. The reason Lex claimed we did not have a third Z house, which everyone had been begging for, was the fact that Noah cheated. But oh no, it fucking turns out it was all due to Lex himself. He threw Noah under the bus with information that he confided within him over something that was actually his own doing. Like, what?
This house was never discussed as being an actual Z House 3 as Lex states, and ironically, Lex actually knows the exact person for the reason Z House 3 doesn't exist.
This is a sore subject for me.
I know.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
It's funny because the last thing I remember about, this was the third year we were gonna do it, right? We were deciding whether or not we were gonna do it for the third summer.
So that's 2019?
2018. I wanna say
18.
Yeah.
Jack was down. Chucky, believe it or not, Chucky actually saw things the way I did. Like Z House could really be a brand.
Yeah.
It start to get like its own thing.
Yep.
Like we're having merch. Like we could really do this as like a thing.
Yeah. So he was in.
He was also in. It was you and Pat that weren't.
What? Wait,
Dude.
I didn't know that.
Just because he knew he could get the biggest reaction from his fans. Like, what the fuck? This is actually so fucked up. And even though I don't agree in cheating, I honestly feel sorry for Noah in this situation. But of course, I most importantly feel sorry for his ex-wife, who has just become another victim in this argument. As I'm sure this has been brought back up in her life, and it's just something she wishes to forget. On the subject of forgetting, hopefully we can put this all in our past and start looking forward to a positive future.
Like Black Ops 6!
As recently, Noah did a post stating that he's going to be back to zombies soon, and that the mapping competition is still going ahead, and all he wants to do is move on. Then just a few hours after this was posted in the Mod Tools Discord, he posted it himself, stating,
Mapping contest is obviously still going on. Like he said before, he will be judging the maps once they come out, and he's excited to see what everyone has cooked up.
and hell yeah, this is great news for the community. As, to be honest, they've just been left somewhat in the dark, grinding away on projects with limited time, getting no sleep, stressed over maps crashing, but thankfully, that won't be for nothing. If you're a massive fan of zombies and you love the OG lore, and you love Easter eggs, then check out my recent video on the impossible Easter egg. And if you love custom zombies and like things with a bit of a twist, then check out my challenge series, versus Aquilifer, as we battle out to see who will be zombie champion in Zombie Royale. With cheese! You guys have been amazing, where I've just been Elwood from Not So Serious Gaming. I hope you have a great morning, evening, night, whatever! that frickin' time of days. I hope you have a great one and peace out. Hey guys, thank you so much for making it to the end. I just wanted to shout out my brand new merch. Items such as cups, mouse mats, hats, hoodies, t-shirts, and even a poster, cause why the hell not? There's even a top with a Rex wearing a little hat. Click the link down below and check it out for yourself. I've also set up a Patreon for those who are asking to support me in another way. Of course, don't feel like you have to, and have a great day.
The f was that?